and welcome back to the morning commute. Let's see what's going on here in Phoenix, Arizona on a Wednesday morning. It is a beautiful morning. Right now it is 67 degrees. It was 63 earlier. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get hot again this afternoon. Yesterday was pretty toasty. Just now the end of April, so I hope everyone's doing well. Let's go see what's going on the radio this morning. Oh, you missed that bump again, right in front of the U-Haul.
But again, right now it looks pretty good. Things could change. It usually starts in the southern part of the state, the fire season, and in southeast Arizona. I was down there a couple weeks ago to the Chiricahuas and to that area, and it's pretty dry down there.
Yeah, and not a lot of people realize this. That is not technically desert. That is grasslands that got overgrazed at one point, back in the Tombstone days and all that. So is this just the beginning of a really bad or a moderate wildfire season? What are you hearing from all the experts, Jim Cross?
Well, we're set up right now for what could be a pretty nasty fire season. We've had a weak winter here in the valley. It was one of the warmest, in fact, in the state, one of the warmest and one of the driest winters we've had in a while. And it's pretty much stayed wide. Flag had the big snowstorm a few weeks ago. That helped push back the high country a little bit. But they're going to be seeing fires this year, too.
It's so worrisome because especially around here, we've been talking to a lot of Phoenix area firefighters and valley firefighters about that wildland and urban area interface,
yeah.
and how difficult. I couldn't think of the word. Hi, it's early and I haven't had enough coffee, and how difficult it is to sort of switch gears when you're fighting a fire in that way.
Yeah, there are going to be areas of the valley, North Scottsdale, places around Goodyear, Buckeye, Anthem area, New River, the outskirts areas that are going to be that urban interface you talked about where, there's a lot of brush and a lot of that hasn't burned in a long time. And once the heat comes on, and right now we're in the two driest months of the year, April and May, once the heat comes on, the wind, daily it's been breezy. So that's a bad combo. We've seen red flag warnings around the state. Some areas went into restrictions in February, which is really early. So yeah, the firefighters, local guys, they're very highly trained, especially in Scottsdale, for example, very well trained on wildfires.
Yeah.
So a lot of the urban firefighters are very skilled at this. They've dealt with this, and they'll probably be dealing with it again.
Real quick, Jim, I was just looking at your X page and it says retired for now. So any chance you're coming back?
I could use you. I need help.
She needs help with me.
I need a cowboy to wrangle this guy.
What's that, Jim?
Just bring the Kiss albums.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much.
I'll stay in touch with the wildfire center.
Okay. Really, really appreciate that. That is KTAR alum and the wildfire expert, Jim Cross.
Coming up in just a few moments, what to look for in a new pope.
Right now, though, we've got a closed freeway to talk about. KTAR traffic alert. And here's John Roller live in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jim. Very rough morning in the West Valley. Let's start with a full closure. Westbound I-10. We had a down motorcycle right at 5 o'clock this morning, right near 67th Avenue, and that has shut down all lanes of the westbound I-10. Now, DPS, they are diverting you to the southbound I-17. You're having to lean to the left, and that is really slowing things down if you are coming westbound all the way back to 35th Avenue. So again, if you're tight for time, may want to make a phone call, ease the stress a little bit, but you can drop south to Van Buren, or you could head west on McDowell or Thomas to get around this. But again, if you need to get to the southbound 205, 402. You can use that as a diversion as well. Southbound I-17, we've got a crash blocking the left lanes right at Camelback. That is causing a heavy slowdown, and now we've got a new crash coming in on the eastbound side of I-10 right near 83rd Avenue. Traffic is brought to you by Home Tap. Get access to your home equity in cash, get closer to financial freedom, and get more out of life. Visit HomeTap.com.
All right, folks, if you're headed west